there everybody, this is Caitlin here and welcome back to another of our box openings here for the starter decks for the beginning of Lapis Cluster. Last time we opened up the red starter deck and this time we're moving on to the green one, which is Swarming Elves with my practically second favourite 6-Sage Fiethsing. If you remember guys, way back before I did a Reflect Refrain Elves deck or whatever, but now I am super excited to build an elf deck with, you know, the original elf herself, the 6-Sage of Wind. We've got Fiethsing. I'm really excited to be modifying this deck a little bit and like making a couple of changes or whatever to make it a lot more, maybe mean, a lot more evil, but you know, I'm super excited. So obviously we have Swarming Elves for this deck, and in this one we get Fiethsing, who is the 6-Sage of Wind / Master Mages of Holy Wind. We get basically 4 of Arya, Friendly Vampire, Great Holy Sealing Wave, Home of the Sages, Sacred Elf, Spirit of Wind, Tama, Familiar of Holy Wind, Torrent Elf, we have Twofold Chant, Vampire Hunter Christie, and Whispers from the Wind, and we have our Wind Magic Stones. So we'll open this up and get a look here. We also have our 2 dice, our special Force of Will dice that come with it. These ones green, matching the green theme, and wondering what we will get inside our boosters, because obviously boosters in here are a little bit random. I said before how before people have been able to get what was I saying? Ubers from their from their starter decks or whatever, which is pretty crazy. And just as I pull these lovely things out of the pack, I was just looking at the dice here, and the dice are not green. I thought they were green in the pack, but I guess not. They're kind of, are they purple? I'm not so sure. I'm trying to stare at this in the light now, and they kind of look pinkish purple. I swear I might be colorblind or whatever, but these are not green, sadly. So I was a little bit mistaken there. They're not green dice, but you know, they're dice all the same, and they're sparkly, and I like sparkles. And you know, they've got the little Force of Will symbol there, so that's good. So we have obviously the non-foil part of the deck, which we don't really look at because it's not sparkly. And we have our 3 boosters that will open at the end. And now I will wrestle with this plastic to try and open it up so we can see inside. I'm also very curious as to why, I'm not quite sure what the reasoning behind it is, why the ruler is not on the front of the starter deck. I've heard people saying that potentially there is a slim chance that the starters, like the starter rulers or whatever, can also be Ubers. But and then they made it so like the ruler is actually somewhere in between the cards so that you couldn't be able to tell straight away whether you had an Uber or not. Now, I don't know how true this is. I don't know. I've not really seen any evidence of it yet where someone's like pulled the actual ruler for the deck as an Uber. I've not seen it yet, so I'm not quite sure how truthful that claim is, but you know, you never know. So maybe we'll find an instance of that or whatever. So first off, we have the really beautiful Arya, Friendly Vampire, who makes a return from Grim Cluster. She's looking very nice there. We have Fiethsing here, the Master Mages of Holy Wind. So obviously she's not an Uber, so we can defunct that right now. She starts off on this side. She costs 5 to flip. She's got her gimmick where when we play our second card each turn, we can put in 100 elf counter. And when she flips, she's 800, and she does all th00 crazy things like elves get 400 buff. We get more elf tokens or whatever. So she's pretty neat. And in terms of the other cards, obviously, we have the Great Holy Sealing Wave. We have the Home of the Sages, which is, you know, you produce any will. Play this ability only if you play the card this turn, which, you know, most likely we have. We have, oh, there's Sacred Elf there. I thought Sacred Elf was meant to be the promo for the starter decks. I know that there is a promo version of her, which I'm not too sure about, but it's cool to see her that she's actually in the deck. We have, ooh, if I could even read that, we have Spirit of Wind, looking very nice. Tama, who was the promo for the pre-release, and I got a couple of her. She's awesome. We have the Torrent Elf, looking very snazzy there. I love all these foils and stuff. They look really nice. We have Twofold Chant, Quick Cast, blah, blah, blah. We have Christie, the Vampire Hunter. She makes her return, you know, she's basically our buff card for this deck. You know, look at her. She's, like, ready to slay more vampires who are making the return. And we have Whispers from the Wind. Reveal the top card of your deck. This turn, you may pay 1 less to play your next card if it shares a name with the revealed card. Draw a card. And we get the foil Wind Magic Stones, which is a very nice indeed. Very nice. So, like, my ideas for it is obviously we want to add a little bit more ramp. We could potentially add a Moonbreeze Elf, I believe, is the other elf. I think that one produces light, I believe, or is it moon? I can't quite remember. I think it might be moon, or it might be light. I can't really remember. But we could basically stick in something else that ramps, and, you know, we can get early ramping in. We can, you know, get lots of stuff played later in the game. And, you know, have lots of shenanigans with spells and stuff, and all that fun stuff that Fiethsing brings when you bring wind to the party. So we'll open up the first pack, and we shall see what is inside. Can we get an Uber ruler? My expectations have now been raised because of the event that happened at the release day. Like, it's been ridiculously raised because of that. Right, let's just have a look here. Oh, if my shadow doesn't like cover the entire video. We have the Combat Wizard of Altia. We have the Stalking Tiger in the Woods. We have Cloning Magic. Safeguard of the Light Palace. We have a Hearthcore Jewel Magic Stone. Oh, we have a foil Jewel Stone of Dark Depth. Very nice. We've got a foil Elf. Hey, that's kind of neat because, you know, we're running an elf deck here. We have Priest of Darkness Abdul blah 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 blah. I can't say your second name. We have, if I could read it, Ancient Heartfelt Fire. And we've got Neverland. Pulling all these jewel stones, like, left, right, and centre, I cannot escape them, seriously. Like I was saying in the other deck opening video, or whatever, that I swear I've got, like, a playset of every jewel stone now. Like, just from what I've bought so far, or whatever. So, like, I'm pretty set for jewel stones for, like, the next couple of clusters, pretty much. Push these out of the way. Next up, we have Summon from Memoria. We have Spirit of Fire, Charlotte's Protector, Mermaid of Neverland. We have another foil of Abdul guy. I swear, I've got a ton of him. So many of him, you have no idea. Wind Magic Stone. We have a Cthulhu. I can't say his name. Eternal Recurrence, which is rare. We have the Ox King, who's super scary if you've ever went against him. And we have Shackles of Ice. I swear, I have so many copies of Abdul. It is actually insane. It is totally ridiculous. You would probably stick him in, like, a Dark Cthulhu build, when I think about it, because, don't know how well he would fit in with red. I'm not too sure. Like, probably not very well now that I think about it. And I have opened up this pack, and the first card at the front here has made me quite happy. Not as insanely happy as getting an Uber would, but let's just fan it out here. And let's see. We have ourselves Eternal Boy, Peter Pan, and... Oh, wait, hold on. Hold on. What? Oh my gosh! I have just gotten my second god pack. Well, second god pack from this cluster. Third overall, we've actually gotten ourselves a god pack inside our little starter deck of all these SRs. And I think, are they super foil or are they normal foil? They look like super foils, actually. Now that I look at them, like, oh my god, this is like shiny overload. Like, oh my god, so much shiny. I'm sorry, I need to calm myself down. This is awesome. This is like the second god pack I've gotten out of this set. So this is amazing. So obviously we've got Peter Pan. These are all SRs, aren't they? Yeah, they are. So it is an SR god pack. So now I've got a Jewel Stone god pack and an SR god pack, which is totally insane. So we have him. We have Namblot, which is good because I need more of him, because I've only got one of him, and I was thinking about making a Mars deck. So he's, like, essential for Mars. So, like, I really need a couple more copies of him. We have, oh god, I can't even, like, see his name because the card is so shiny. What is it? It's Azathoth, Hunter of Reality, who looks very smashing, but his card is, like, so super shiny and textured that it's actually kind of hard to actually see where he ends and the background begins. But he's, like, super scary for Cthulhu. We have Red Riding Hood, the real Red Riding Hood. We have Melfi, another essential card for the elf deck, so we are probably going to be putting her in her. Putting her in her? I can't even talk. Putting Melfi in the elf deck because she's awesome, because she's got, you know, produce all colours and stuff, and, you know, prevent first damage and blah blah blah. She's awesome. And we have the new Cheshire Cat, obviously, the one that has all these, like, funky abilities and stuff. Is, you know, people still debating whether it's a boy or a girl. Like, you know, I don't know why we're still debating that. This question is, like, 2 years old. We have Glorious, the knight who saves Charlotte. We have another Lumia. This time I think it's definitely super foil. We have Red Boy, the chariot. And we have Rinka, second daughter of the Mikage, who I do want to put in, like, my zero build, because I'm thinking of doing a white-black zero build, and Rinka is actually, like, really, like, I feel like she would be really good in it. Obviously, I know she's a vampire, and, like, mainly you want to run her in a vampire deck, but I feel like she would be such a good card to run with zero, because obviously she gets counters and stuff, and precision, and, you know, flying, and I think that she would work really well, so, you know, potentially, but that's pretty awesome that we ended up getting a god pack. Not an Uber, but, you know, I can't complain, it's still something pretty epic. We have a good pack within the starter deck. So, you know, don't like dismiss them just because they're maybe a little bit more expensive. Starter decks are still pretty good. You might pull something amazing out of them, like this god pack. Like, oh my gosh. So yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Obviously, it was a little bit more exciting near the end there because of those pulls that we got. But let me know what you think of Fiethsing as a ruler. Are you going to be building elves? What modifications are you going to be making? Are you know, have you pulled anything exciting from your booster? I keep wanting to say booster box. I mean starter deck packs. Have you pulled anything exciting from them? Did you get a god pack? Did you get one too? Like, I hope you did. Like, I want god packs for everyone, you know. Everyone deserves it at least once in their life. Like, I've had them 3 times now. Like, that's insane. No, that's just crazy. But until next time, guys, I will see you all later.